Hi, everybody. Okay, the moment we've been waiting for, September forecast. Let's see what happens, right? Okay. I hope you've all had a nice August. So let's really I'm ready to see some unicorns for September, some rainbows. Some people hugging each other just randomly, and lots of healthy trees. So let's see what happens here. Okay. We're entering September 6th. It's blue. That's the only thing I can say about the number 6 is a dark blue color. I keep trying to get to September 6th, and it feels like a long way to go. Feels like I'm trying to get to September 6th on my life. But there's not like a panic about it. I'm just moving through life like a normal person. But I keep looking at September 6th in the distance, and I'm walking. It's like one of those dreams where you're just trying to run and you can't go fast enough. It's kind of like I will get there. I'm trying to get to September 6th. Will I ever get to September 6th? That's the way it feels. They asked me, my spirit guides say, what do you think you'll find when you get to September 6th? I say unicorns. Apparently, there's no unicorns. It's like Abbey would like to see unicorns. It's surrounded by it's sort of like bushes that are kind of overgrown. They're not really... There's not really a forest image here. There's just bushes growing around September 6th. And they're kind of, I've seen bushes like this before. They're kind of like, maybe I would see them in landscaping around a house or something. And they're not out of control. There's no weeds. There's just bushes around it. The number 6. I'm just going to sit here, look at number 6 in the bushes, and see what it feels like. I've reached September 6th is where we're at here. I feel like I'm in September 6th forever. I feel love right now. I feel love so much that I am hugging September 6th now. I'm even like a cat, rubbing the face on the leg because I'm happy. I'm rubbing my face on September 6th. Oh, I love you. Hugging the 6th, saying, oh, I love you. My spirit guides say, so September 6th feels like a happy day. And I say, yeah, I'm feeling pretty happy right now. As I say that, there's lightning and black clouds and thunder and lightning strikes the top of the 6th, and there's a man, half horse, with even a trident. That doesn't belong with you. But big beard, like Zeus / half man / horse / water trident guy. It's like this massive energy blast here. But I don't feel affected by it. My spirit guide says, so you think there will be an energy shift on the 6th of September? I'm saying... there's definitely something about this date here. But I'm not affected by it. I don't seem to be paying any mind to it. I just keep hugging the 6th and ignoring it. And it keeps trying to brew a little bit thicker, a little bit darker, a little heavier. And it keeps looking at me hugging the 6th, and I'm just not looking at it as this part of me. The observer part of me is watching this scene above, in the heavens, in sort of like Greek mythology style, and then watching me on Earth hugging the 6th of September. So I choose to step back from the 6th and then look up and see and acknowledge this event. And let's see what happens. I'm struck by lightning, and I'm glowing with white light right now. I feel even lifted up and altered in kind of a scary way. I don't know what is going to happen. I feel fearful and derailed. I feel confused, but yet I'm starting to feel comforted by heavenly light. That to trust and know that I'm safe, and to know that it is okay. So I relax in the moment and I allow the ascension to take place. And it takes me up into this, it's slow motion. It's very slow. I am slowly, with this lightning, has sort of blasted me, and then it sort of surrounded me. And then just slowly lifting up to the clouds. And as I lift up to the clouds, it starts becoming less dark. I'm even hearing birds chirping. I'm seeing butterflies here. I see Bambi. And I'm not thinking about the death of Bambi's mother. There's a lot of love here. There's butterflies. Like, there's colors. There's different colors, different flowers. There's just this really happy scene. It feels like Bambi when all the babies are born, and everybody's waking up to springtime and everybody's meeting each other and we're all happy in this space together. They're saying, so was the ascension worth it? Was the scary part worth it? They're showing me a bunch of different things at one time, so I'm trying to translate it all. Here I am as a human being hugging the sixth, feeling like a human being, really associating with the earth and the experience of a calendar date and a thankfulness, a very humanistic experience here. And then as I step away from being human, I get struck by the lightning of ascension energy, which is slowly pulling me up to the heavens, right? It's terrifying. I feel like I'm in fear for my life. I feel like I'm going to die. I feel like I'm absolutely derailed. But when I relax and choose acceptance and trust that this is good, that this is a heavenly moment, my body eases up. I know that I'm being moved into the right place. And as I ease up, there is an experience of energy that is helping me into a new version of reflection that is very welcoming, very beautiful, very happy here. What is better? What was it better for me to be hugging and loving the number 6 and the date and the humanistic experience that I understand, or was it better than to step back, allow this energy blast to hit me and take me to a place that is far better than this one? And I'm saying it was worth it. You're saying, so do you see unicorns now? And I'm saying, I definitely feel unicorns are going to be in this space with Bambi, but I haven't seen one just yet. But I do see rainbows. And I see rainbows in all the different butterfly wings. And then all the different flower colors. I mean, there's rainbows in the animals, in the plants, and in the sky. And it's beautiful here. I could stay here forever. And it's like my version of hugging the number 6 on Earth is a whole new version of love in this place. I feel like that love is hugging me back, and through all of these reflections of harmony and balance, and it's beautiful and joyful. So let's see what happens. We are turning the page, and I see the number 7, and it is yellow. I just feel like I have some writing to do. I feel like I've got my glasses on and I've got a pen here and I'm writing in a journal, and I'm a man, a scholar or something, writing. I feel contemplative. I feel like a scribe. I've got an old feather pen and I'm very focused. I'm even really close to the page and writing very good letters as well. And very focused on exactly what I'm thinking about and putting on the page, so it is something everybody can read. They're asking if I feel like I will be sharing something enlightening on the 7th. There's something about real deep contemplative thought that they're talking about me in deep contemplative thought, but it's not just my consciousness that is going through the earth experience, it's everybody's consciousness. That means I'm not the only one that is going to be inspired to really share something meaningful and want to share it in a way that it is understood by others. It really feels like sharing some deeper wisdom and sharing it with the world, perfecting it, making it just so, and then when the time is right, it is shared. It's interesting because the 6 was so strange. The experience of time was really different. And then for us to go for all that, it took forever to get to the 6th, right? And then to have all this craziness happen in one day. I mean, that kind of craziness should be happening over like months or something, but the 6th is it. And then now we'll just turn the page and go to day 7. And now we're doing something completely different. It's like, oh my gosh. Let's see what this is. He's, so this man now is flipping through the pages, and he seems to be, there's not writing on every single page, but yet he flips through some blank pages to some pages that he wrote in the future, or he wrote them maybe in the past, but somehow he wrote them further in the journal. So you start a journal, you start writing, you start on page 1 and then you write, and then you move to the next page and then you write. So you have a journal of your year or whatever, and then you can go back and read it in sequential order. For whatever reason, he chose to write here, and then he moved the book like to half of the book and then wrote some entries for the next day here. So that's kind of, and then maybe turned back some, 10 pages and then wrote some in here. So it's sort of like he's writing his own future, although he's in the past, currently writing the future. They're talking about this. They are not saying enough. I've had my own contemplative thoughts about this, that we really need to be thinking positively, because as time alters, what is past, what is present, what is future, when time alters, now your past is your present, and now in the present you are writing your future. So think positively, get excited, make a future that you can celebrate. Make sure that you are constantly thinking about celebration and happiness and joy. Don't think about the worst ever happening in your future. Don't allow yourself to go there, okay? Keep trusting and then keep moving, keep writing a more beautiful future. So I'm literally examining his notebook right now, and I'm examining this with the spirit realm. So let me just do this for a moment. Oh my gosh. As I'm examining it, I'm moving into the 8th day of September. He's closing the book and says, I'm done. But I know he's not done. He hasn't written everything yet. He hasn't written it all yet. They say, can you write the whole book in one day? Can you write it all? Can you write your entire year in one day? I'm like, okay, that's true. So it sounds like, the inspirations to really think about future and make entries into the pockets of your future. You're not going to be able to get all of it done in one day, right? So on the 8th, he closes the book and says, I've done all I need to do in this book. I've done my contemplation. I've done some writing, and I've on to the next thing, I guess. So let's see what happened. The 8th, honestly, feels kind of boring. It feels different. They're not showing me any pictures at all. It's kind of like trying to get to the 6th. The 8th is a color green. So we had 6 was blue, 7 was yellow, and 8 is green. And as I'm trying to get to 8, I'm not really thinking about getting to 8. 8 just comes. But there's also this odd sensation like there was about the 6th, There's something odd about this date. I'm hearing traffic sounds. I'm seeing a blue car driving past the big number 8 sitting on the ground, and there's bushes around this one too. These bushes are kind of the annoying ones people use in their landscape, and they're pretty, right? But they have thorns on them. They're purple color. It's like, why does anybody plant? I mean, how are kids supposed to play hide and go seek when you got bushes with thorns? That is the reason we need to keep these kids out. Something weird about it, It's like bushes with thorns for landscaping. They're not rose bushes. They don't have flowers. I don't know. Nothing is happening. Nothing is happening at all. After all the excitement and the craziness of the 6th, it's like I was really excited to see what was going to happen next. And then 7th was pretty crazy. And now the 8th is just stillness. So I'm just watching it. I'm asking what we need to do about this, or what is there to share about the 8th of September. Nothing is happening at all. And they're not letting me move to any other days yet. I think about being a human being, like a child, snuggled and even kind of legs close to my body, but comfortable and snuggled with some sort of like a stuffed animal and resting peacefully, while I'm simultaneously feeling like I'm a coiled snake too. Two simultaneous images. There's a snake hissing, snake lunging forward, but it's not lunging at the 8, it's lunging past it. The child, I'm hearing a really lovely song coming from a music box, and I'm sleeping peacefully, and I'm just feel very childlike, and I'm thinking happy thoughts all the time. I feel like I'm connecting with angels right now. And there's some sparkly parts. The angel outfit is actually sparkling right now. It's a female. It's like Glenda the Good Witch, but it's more angelic. It's the white color almost has a blue tinge to it, and a silvery almost in the blue, kind of a gray too, but a lot of white coming through, and it's kind of a big ball gown style. It's sort of like Glenda the Good Witch style from the old school Wizard of Oz. And I feel happy. This sort of is intermixed with an angelic image. An angel of light. I'm just dreaming of sparkly things, love, angels, Glenda the Good Witch is sort of all mixed in there. There is something interesting about this image. So I'm examining many things simultaneously as I'm talking. I'm examining what the snake is about. Nothing is coming through on that yet. I'm also examining a potential future date. I'm also examining the child some more, and the child is sitting up in bed and has the worst sniffles ever. And it's sort of creating like a sticky goo of energy and trying to release it or get it off. But the dreams are still there, and they're very positive. So there's an odd sort of gross energy while still very positively connected to heaven. So I'm here. I feel the motherly instinct to help the child feel calmed and try to heal this or figure out what this is about. I don't feel fear. I don't feel scared. I don't feel anything. It feels like a natural moment. I don't know why. It doesn't look natural, but it feels very normal, and I don't feel fear or bothered or concerned about it at all. In fact, I just feel like it is an inspiration for me to love another human being who needs a hug, who needs to feel better. So when human beings are sick, what do we do for them? As parents, we hug them, we help them feel better. But what if we don't even know them? And then what do? We just let them be sick, and we ignore each other. It's kind of the rule of thumb of humanity, but we have to change it, okay? And so that's what they're showing me here in this image. A choice to hug a sick human being. But it's strange because there's still so much love in the image already, just from the child's connection with heaven as it is. They're talking about it's still a transformation of identity, letting go of the old sickness, human sickness, in order to feel the connection with heaven. So bring the bubble of thought. There's a child dreaming, and sort of beep, 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 there's a big bubble of happy land over here. So instead of feeling the disconnect from happy land, bring it into the child and actually allow that to be a part of the child's experience. So now what is this reflection out over here now becomes the reflection all around, and then through the eyes even. So I'm doing that. This makes a child laugh. And laughter is sort of the last sneeze that releases this inspiration that was really draining. It just didn't feel, it just made him not feel right. And there's more, it's just really effective when all these happier dreams and energies are part of the body on the inside, and you feel it in your heart too. Not you're dreaming about it, hoping for it. It's actually a part of your heart. Now it feels different, right? You feel better, feel a lot better. And it helps to release this sort of hold of anything that isn't a reflection of this. And it feels good. It feels good to share this moment with others too. I mean, I'm still in the 9th. This is really strange about time because, am I in the 8th? I felt like I was in the 9th. That's why I said it was the 9th, but I never got to the 9th. So my spirit guides say, are you in the 9th or are you in the 8th? And I'm saying, I'm definitely in the 9th. I didn't even know that we'd crossed days. This is about the most fascinating forecast ever. First of all, August was the first month that they ever showed me numbers. And so that was really strange to me. And now they're showing me numbers again in September. And it's really interesting because it's like we're going through every single day from the 6th. Because now in the 9th, the color of it is like a brownish red, is the color of the number 9. Which they're indicating 9. There's something about... what isn't it, like Pythagoras or something in numbers? And then you have 1 through 9, right? And then you get to 10, but 10 is just a reflection of 1. So you get to 9, and then you're all at the end, and then you're simultaneously at the cusp of the beginning again, right? So there's a feeling of that about the 9th too. It's like, oh my gosh, are we going to have to process every single one of these days? Because that just sounds like a mental collapse to me. That's like a lot going on here. So, but they're talking, this is a positive thing. They're talking about the 9th and then the next, that's something about the end and the beginning too. Again, I just feel nothingness. There's something fascinating about the color of the number 9 because it was also the color of the snake that I saw. But they're telling me to keep moving and to look back into the past. Keep staying in the now. Keep staying in the now, and then allow each day to come as it will. And then trust and find alignment with acceptance for whatever is shared on that day. They're showing me a calendar like you get in December. And so then you get to open each little door or each little window, and then you get to count all the days to Christmas or whatever, you know what I mean? So there's something really exciting about it. It's fun. You get, it's almost like you kind of look forward to opening the new window for the next day just to see what's inside it. And they're talking about being excited in each and every day and just allowing the day to come as it will. Not try to hope or think about, oh my gosh, when is the next Ascension energy blast or something about that. Just allow it to be each and every day. And it feels good to do that. Now I feel like I can just travel through the days without feeling connected to each and every one, which feels kind of exhausting to me. If I start focusing on each and every day, it feels like exhausting to me. But if I can at least skip to like the 13th or something, or the 14th, I would feel better about that. You spirit guides say, why would you feel better about that? And I was like, I don't know why. I think part of my humanness always looks forward to the future. Because there's something got to be better than whatever I'm dealing with now. It's like life on this planet is every day is like a new day of stress. You know what I mean? And so you just think, okay, maybe one day I'll win the Powerball. It's like the rule of thumb for everybody is like our future dream is to win the Powerball. You know, there's something about that. It's like, okay, future dream, just put an X on that. It's like, okay, we're on the 9th and it's brownish red, and it just is the today. You know. But there's something that's all part of the wisdom of the month of September. All of this is part of the wisdom of the entire month. You're saying, would it exhaust you if we went through each and every day of this month? And I say, yeah, let's just cut to the chase. What are the good days? Like, there's something about that exhausts me. They're not saying anything. As I'm at the 9th, I also see sort of a lot of white energy. And it does cut through. I'm not allowed to see the 10th. I'm not allowed to see the 11th. I'm not allowed to see the 12th. They say, how does that make you feel when you can't see the days? I'm saying, I seem to be okay with that. And yet, some part of me just feels so exhausted by it. Like I can't really, I feel terribly exhausted. I feel so much terrible exhaustion right now. Trying to see what happens on the 13th of September, for instance. It's making me feel sick. I can't look at that for some reason. I can't do it this way. I'm being forced to stay in the now. Something along those weird lines. I actually have to take a break because that was really derailing. There's something odd about time that's changing even for me to look at specific days. There's something weird about it. It's like, can I look into the future, or is the future the now moment? Maybe everything stops at the 9th because now we are starting over again on the 10th, which is just the 1st. So is it the 1st of September on the 10th of September? Or what is it? Is it the first day of the new life for all of humanity? What is it? Man. I feel like I'm going to have to stop this thing now and then start it up on the 10th of September and we'll see what happens. My spirit guides are so pokey sometimes. They're asking me if I want to do that. They're always asking me these questions. They want me to define what it is that I choose. What do you choose? They're always asking me. So, just to reiterate, you choose this. And I say, yes, then that is what I choose. They're always saying, you have to choose things. You don't just say, well, I kind of want this. Is it, well, do you want this or do you not want this? They're always about making a choice and being firm with what it is that you actually want. Not saying, well, I kind of want. Actually say, I do want this in my life. Or, you know what? The more I think about it, what I actually want is this instead. And really define what it is that you want out of life. So, I'm talking to them about this, and I'm saying, well, what if it is that I just really want to know what's going on the 13th of September? That's all I'm going to say to them, and I'm going to stand firm, and I'm going to see what they say. I'm seeing the days of the month as a keyboard, as like a piano. And each key is of a different color. And playing the key that is the note or the day that you want. But there's something weird about days anymore because they're not like they used to be. You could say a day is more like a color or a piano note than it is like a number. It is more like a song than it is like a finite number. We aren't living in a finite world. We are living in an infinite world. How does humanity ascend? Humanity does not ascend by continuing to align with numbers, finite logic. Humanity ascends through experiencing an infinite space, being in oneness with an infinite mind, where there are no more numbers, where there is only the experience of now. An endless is sort of a timelessness where past is now present, which present is now. You are able to define what you want to experience and make it a good experience, okay? Don't think about what could happen. Think about what you want to happen and then define what it is that you want. So that is all I can share for this. That is all that is very clear that is all that I can share for this September forecast. So we'll see where it goes, and then on the 10th of September we'll see what happens, okay? So that is all for right now. And thank you for watching. I hope you find this enlightening, contemplative. Hope it helps you on your journey. And I do share psychic readings and spiritual healing. If you're interested in visiting with me one-on-one, you can do so by visiting my homepage at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.